Hi, and welcome to our 10th video in this cybersecurity lab for beginners. Today, we are actually going to be going through OpenVAS again and scanning vulnerabilities not only on one machine, but actually scanning the vulnerabilities across an entire network. So one of the features with OpenVAS is, of course, we could do like we did last time, which is scan vulnerabilities on a specific machine if we just want to target a very specific machine. Like we just brought up a new server and we want to make sure that there are no vulnerabilities on that server. We would scan that server specifically. But let's say you have yearly requirements to do an internal pen test or internal vulnerability assessment of all your machines. You would want to scan your entire network and not just put the specific IPs of machines that you know about, because one of the things that you would want to capture is any type of shadow IT that might be going on that you don't know about. Therefore, putting in that whole network range will find anything that you might not know about that exists and actually kind of like flag those up the chain for you to be able to detect, do you have anything that you don't know that you're running? And the things that you don't know that you're running, are there vulnerabilities on those systems? And of course, are there any vulnerabilities on the systems that you do know about? And that is the beauty of doing scans on a network range versus specific IPs like we did in the last time. So as you can actually see here, I turned on the Metasploitable 2 machine, the Metasploitable 3 machine. Of course, we have our pfSense running because without that, we wouldn't have our network. And then we have our Kali machine running, and that is actually running our OpenVAS system. So let's actually go in and log into our OpenVAS system here. So once again, on our Kali machine, that would just be localhost port 9392 with an HTTPS, or the 127.0.0.1 on port 9392 again with the HTTPS. And we're just going to log in here. And once we log in here, we're going to go into scans. We're just going to go into tasks here. I just want to set this up a little bit. So I actually already have a scan going on the network, and I'm going to be showing you guys that at the end and showing you what the report would kind of look like and how it gets broken down. Even though it's not done, we can still generate the PDF reports because these scans can take quite a bit longer compared to just scanning a specific machine, especially depending on the performance of your OpenVAS machine and the actual specs that you've assigned it. So the first thing that we're actually going to want to do when we're scanning an entire network is create a target. Now, to create a target, what we're going to want to do is we're going to want to go into configuration on the left-hand side and then click on targets. And then here at the top, we can actually create a new target. Now, you can actually create a target when you go to launch a scan. It's just, I find it a better practice to create your target ahead of time. You can make sure that the target doesn't already exist because you can't recreate a target. So what I'm going to do for my target here, because we're going to be scanning the same network that I've already scanned, we are just going to put the 172.30.2.0 /24. That's going to get all the machines that I need anyways, instead of the 172.30.2.1, because if I try to recreate this exact target, it's going to tell me that it already exists. So that's okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to name this the 172.30.2.x network. We're going to add YT beside it for YouTube here. And then the hosts, we're going to do the 172.30.2.0 /24, or this would be the network range of your network that you're wanting to scan. So this would be something that you would get from your network administrators or whoever is really wanting you to do this vulnerability assessment. They would give you that range that you're wanting to target, and maybe they want to exclude some hosts from the scanning. Typically, you're not going to want to exclude anything, but of course, this would always be determined by your scope that's given to you for that internal pen test, that external pen test, or that vulnerability assessment. You're going to want to make sure that you stay within scope. And then, to be honest, the rest we are going to leave exactly as the defaults. We want these scan config defaults, And the port list, we want all the IANA assigned TCP. And then we're going to go ahead and we are going to hit save here. So here we can actually see our target newly created here. And you're also going to notice that some of these garbage cans are grayed out. So when you are using a target, you cannot actually delete it. It will say that target is in use. But if a target's not in use, you can actually go ahead and delete it. If you do need to do any cleanups, maybe you are a MSP doing this as a service, you might not necessarily want to keep those networks. You're going to kind of want to clean those out every now and then. And maybe once you create a network, if this is going to be a customer that wants a rescan after they fix their vulnerabilities, leave them for that and then delete them afterwards. So let's go ahead into the scans here at the top left-hand side, and we're going to click on tasks. Now here we can see all of our tasks. We can still see that task is still running. Like I said, it will not be done probably by the end of this video, but that's okay. So what we're going to want to do is at the top here, this little square with the plus icon, we are going to then click on new task. And this name, we are going to say scan network 172.30.2.x for YT. And then our scan targets here, this is where you're going to pick the network that you've created here. So we're going to pick the 172.30.x network for YT here. And you can also schedule this. If you have schedules created, you can also set alerts. If you get results, you can add them into your assets and then apply any overrides that you need to apply. This min QOD, so quality of detection, this will set, because basically when you get your reports, and I could show you guys this at the end of the video, you will get a quality of detection. This will require, in order for it to appear on our list, we need a 70% quality of detection, which is fairly good here. So we're going to leave that as the default. And we are not going to automatically delete the reports. And we're going to use the OpenVAS default scanner. The scan config we're going to leave as fast and full and fast here. And then the order for target host, we're going to do sequential. And then the maximum concurrently executed NVTs per host is going to be 20. Maximum concurrently scanned host is going to be 20. Sorry, it's going to be 4 for the executed NVTs per host. And then maximum concurrently scanned host is going to be 20. I'm going to leave that as the default here, as I find that works fairly well for my VM. And we're going to hit save here. And we are going to notice that we get this new task here. Now, compared to when we were using the wizard and it actually started automatically, these scans will not start automatically once you create them. We actually have to click this little start button here, which looks like a play button. So we're going to click on this, and then it's going to say task scan started successfully. You're going to see that this is requested, and then it's eventually going to start. So once you actually start this, like I said, for a network scan, it does take significantly longer than just a machine, because it does have to scan the entire network. And if you have a lot of machines on there, it's going to be doing a lot of vulnerability checks, especially if you have that Metasploitable 2 and that Metasploitable 3 machine, because you're going to have a Windows machine, you're going to have an Ubuntu machine as well. So let's go ahead and let's actually just take a look at what this scan is that I launched earlier today. So we can actually just click on, if we click on the scan here, it's going to give you the details on, you can see that it's basically the exact same details that we just set up. And then there's going to be a 1 in the reports here that we can actually click on. And this will bring up the exact reports that we want. And as you can see, same exact thing as really with the machine. It's going to give us the number of high severity alerts, medium alerts, low alerts, and the log and the false positives. And we can go ahead and click on that date here, and it's going to bring us to the results here. So here we can actually see all the results that we have with all the different hosts that will be mentioned here. So we can actually see the .101, which is our Metasploitable 2 machine, but we can also see the .102s, which is actually our Metasploitable 3 machine. and actually somewhere along here, they're both, I think they're medium and low, but actually even the pfSense does have some vulnerabilities that it got brought up by the OpenVAS. So here we can actually do the same thing that we did last time with this little download button. We can download that filtered report here, and we can put it in PDF format and click on OK. And this will take a few minutes to generate, or a few seconds to generate. It usually doesn't take that long. But once we actually put this up here, it should download, and then it should open up automatically in Firefox. And we're going to see that full report. So that report is downloaded, and we can actually see it all here. So what's really nice here is you can actually see the result overview. You can actually see now, of course, this scan is not complete, so the results that you get might actually be different here. But we do have 18 high for the Metasploitable 2 machine here, 39 medium, 6 low, and then 0 log, 0 false positives. And then for the Metasploitable 3 machine, we actually have a 39 high, 110 medium, 11 low here. And then we can see that the total here, we have 3 machines, 57 high, 150 medium, and then 18 low. And then only result with a minimum of quality of detection are of 70 are shown here. So here we can actually see all the different results per host. So here we can see the 172.30.101. We can see all the different detections, and it goes into detail exactly as what we saw when it was a single machine. But here on the side, we can actually see results per host. So we can actually minimize these here, and we can actually just go and specifically to the Metasploitable 3 machine, see all the different detections, our pfSense, all the different detections, or our Metasploitable 2 machine, and all the different detections here as well. So this is a very easy way to scan your entire network using OpenVAS. Now, what I'm going to do, because I did get a lot of interest to look at Nessus. So now that we've seen OpenVAS for scanning one machine and scanning our entire network, what we are going to be doing in the next couple videos is actually looking at Tenable's Nessus system, which is again another vulnerability assessment system, which is very, very popular. They do have a free version called Nessus Essentials, and that lets you scan up to 16 hosts. So maybe in your production work environment, that's not going to be sufficient, but they do sell, of course, the Nessus licenses that will let you scan as many hosts as you need. But OpenVAS is definitely going to be your open source free solution if you want to do a big scan of over 16 hosts. So hopefully that helped you guys out in scanning your entire network using OpenVAS. So now you have the ability to scan vulnerabilities on one machine or the entire network range. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys want to see anything else specific other than the Nessus videos that are coming up, please let me know in the comment section down below. And anything else that you guys would like to see in general, maybe not cybersecurity related, maybe it may be PowerShell related or anything like that, please let me know in the comment section down below as well. Also, be sure to hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. Also, be sure to hit that notification bell to be notified when that next video comes out, and I will see you guys on the next video.